We're talking today, Julia, about the impact that personality and personality typing can have on choices people make around their careers, especially lawyers. What do you see?
I think there could be value in exploring the kind of personality types who choose to go into law and what they think they're letting themselves in for. So there are lots of different ways you can sort of carve up or analyse personality. Jungian personality type is one that's there's a lot of evidence behind it, and it's quite a complicated theory, but one strand of it is that the world is divided into people who like big picture things, abstract concepts and ideas, and people who like step-by-step, a methodical way to work. And I think in part because of media representations of lawyers, there are a lot of the big picture thinkers who choose to study law at university and who think that that would be a great avenue for their career. But actually, there are probably more jobs within the legal world which require the step-by-step, methodical approach. And it's not that big picture thinkers can't manage that kind of detail, but it is more stressful for them. So sometimes you get the case that people choose to go into law because they think it's going to be, lots of ideas, lots of big picture arguments. And then actually, when they get into the world of work, actually working as a lawyer, they find that stuff is very secondary. And on a day-to-day basis, what they need to do is work through contract in painstaking detail, making sure that they don't miss anything. And for those people, that's less likely to lead to satisfaction and much more likely to lead to high levels of stress.
Okay, so what can be done?
This can be addressed, I think, at a number of different levels. The first thing, I think, is around education. And law firms have their part to play, but so do law schools at that stage, making sure that budding lawyers have a real understanding of what the different areas of law entail and what kinds of personality preferences would find each different bit of law more interesting and less stressful. I think there's more that can be done around selection, and I think when law firms are choosing who they want on their team, I think more authentic conversations, and I know that's really difficult when you're recruiting because the people you're talking to are desperate to make a very good impression. But there are ways of making those conversations a little bit more authentic and really exploring these kinds of personality traits and preferences. There are tools out there. MBTI is a well-known one that can help do that, but I wouldn't recommend those for selection. They're self-reporting and it's not an appropriate use of that. But there are things that you could learn from the MBTI tools that you could incorporate as part of your selection, which could just help to try and identify which of your candidates are likely to find this work stressful and which aren't. Even throughout people's careers, I think the higher up you get within the law firm, there can still be conversations, again authentic conversations, that can help to acknowledge that there are different personality preferences and they will suit different kinds of arenas within the law.